Okay, we are going live on YouTube. So a warm welcome to everybody. And language should be used as a means to get closer, and it should bring us closer. I think this person is a live example, a glaring example of this, that she has brought many hearts and many souls closer because of her proficiency in language. So I am super blessed today. A warm welcome to everybody who's watching us right now on Zoom, and also who will be watching us later on YouTube. A warm welcome to our Happy Go Lucky family. We started as a little initiative. We wanted people to vent out. We wanted people to connect. We wanted people to get closer to each other during lockdown days, when we got to know lots of mental health issues were happening. And that was the simple thing that we wanted. But we have come far way. We recently celebrated our 2 years. So we have successfully completed 2 years in doing sessions. And then eventually we started calling counselors when we realized things were tough. And that's how this platform started gaining grounds, and we became closer to people, and we were able to answer lots of few questions. So it started like that. Eminent speakers have joined on our platform, and they have educated us, created awareness, and helped us be a better version of ourselves. And we do have fun sessions also. We do have light hearted sessions the way we are having tonight. So I'm super excited. You can follow us on Radio Diva on Instagram, and Facebook, and be part of our Happy Go Lucky community. And yes, so I'm super excited about this person because it's not a long time that I know her, but the person who introduced both of us to each other painted such a beautiful picture for me that I was so excited. Her first statement was, Divya, let me warn you, you will fall in love with that person. And trust me, I did. The person who introduced us is very much here right now. And yes, her name is Radha. She's Radha ji, and she is a Carnatic musician. She has a passion for songs, rhymes, and storytelling. I just watched one of her video, and I was totally engrossed. My daughter was like, "Wow, she's so interesting." So she has done 3 bachelor's and 2 master's degree. Her voice modulation is of some other level. I'm sure all of you who will hear her will vouch for it. And yes, she is a beautiful human being. She has lent her voice to 500 animated rhymes for many, big companies. She has also lent her voice for educational videos, and she has a YouTube channel by the name of Radha. I will share the link in the group. Yes, yes. So, and she sings in different languages, and she also teaches Carnatic music and Telugu. So I'm super excited to invite Radha ji. Thank you so much, Radha ji, for being such a sweetheart. I mean, it was such a blessing to have you with us. And thank you so much, Meera, for introducing us.
Yes, thank you, Meera ji. It was nice talking to you with her, and we three together. It was excellent. Thank you, Divya ji. That's a lot you told about me. I feel so honored, and I feel so. I mean, that is a lot about me, and I don't think. Thank you, Meera ji. So I don't think I deserve all that praise, but yes, a small speck in this big universe. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah. So everybody is welcoming you, Radhaji. So, so many, I mean, the topic you chose was very intriguing. I thought I'll ask you questions, but I wanted to keep it for the session so that, I really wanted to know what made you choose this topic, one voice and many facets.
So I have done everything related to voice modulation, teaching children again with interest. If they have to listen to you, you have to modulate your voice or tell stories, sing some rhymes or songs. All the animation stuff that I've done, either the stories or the songs or the rhymes, it's all to do with the voice. So God has given me a voice that can help in so many ways. In the first place, I grew up, the lady there who said a hi and then appreciated just now on Zoom is my own sister, my Attha,
Wow.
my Didi from
Wow.
Canada. So I think my first fan, I can say my sister, my daughter, they're all there in the queue, and they've appreciated me so much and encouraged me so much. My parents, both my parents, excellent voice modulation. My dad, in case he has to call you, he'll call you in 100 ways. He'll say, Radha, Radha, Radha. So he'll modulate it in so many ways. And he'll say, how do you do it angrily? How do you do it sadly? So he used to make us three siblings, modulate our voice and say one particular word in n number of ways. So that's how we got trained. So the voice is something that can be projected in so many ways, used in so many ways. So I thought, okay, one voice, many facets. That's how I thought yesterday when I was speaking. We could talk about music, songs and rhymes, voice modulation, storytelling. So that can be the thing. And we grew up talking to each other. That's the first thing that we did. So naturally, it is the voice that has made you all understand me. It is making the whole world understand this particular person talking to all of you. So it is my voice and the whole world. You are on mute, Ma.
Okay. Yeah. So, you have, so voice, you have used voice as a means to, get people closer, get hearts closer. You have not just, you know, you have not, you have not become limited because of different voice languages. You have, you speak in so many languages. How did that happen?
Uh, my father was a banker, and because of his career, we had to. I mean, I was born in Chennai. So we are from the Telugu family, but born in Chennai. And then we were in Bangalore, Bombay, Dubai, Sharjah, and Hyderabad, all these places. So naturally, I met so many people from different languages. By the time I was 20, I met around 30, 35 kinds of people from different languages, Indian and other countries too. So I collected, how are you? In those days, we didn't have the internet. So we didn't have computers or mobiles like this. So I collected how are you and what is your name in 32 languages by the time I was 20. It means I met that many people because of the transfers. There was Portuguese and Sinhalese and Tagalog and French and German and anyone. I mean, I say, hey, just tell me, how do you say how are you and what is your name in your language? Not that I remember all of them now, but I do have a diary in which I jotted down all those. So it was fun. It was fun meeting so many people and learning about their languages, learning about their culture, their cuisine. In those days, imagine in 1985 and 90, not many people had that privilege. I was lucky, thanks to mom and dad. So
So what it's like. I think earlier generations, at that point, we would make an effort to reach out to people to understand their language. We did not have those converters, Google converters. We were more closer, mentally, emotionally to people than now.
yes, yes. And see, I had to go to some institute where I met an Italian in Bangalore. And I love music, right? So I've done my bachelor's and master's after I got married. But daddy used to sing, mom used to sing, both are writers and composers. So as soon as I met that person, I asked him, will you please teach me an Italian song? And there he was teaching me. So writing it down in English, though it is an Italian song, and singing it, trying to get the pronunciation. So it was fun. As you said, you meet a person, you talk to him about his culture, and then you just ask him, will you please teach me a song? And daddy had a Bengali friend, and I asked auntie, will you please teach me Bengali songs? I was maybe around 16 then, 15, 16. We were in Sharjah and they were in Abu Dhabi. So when auntie came over, I said, auntie, please teach me a Bengali song. And the first Bengali song that I learned was from her. Later on, I, on the whole, learned around 20, 25 Bengali songs. But that was the first one that I learned. It is fun. As you said, it gets people closer to you. So,
you want to sing something?
we can start off with maybe the Italian song, because that's the first thing that I mentioned.
Yeah, please
or
go ahead.
Would you like to have Telugu instead?
So, you know what? I want all of you to, now you can actually request, you can take out the sound of a 2-year-old child and she can take out the sound of anybody. So, I have had a little glimpse of her talent. So any language that you want to listen to, let me know. Anything that you are comfortable.
Not that I remember all those languages, yes, but I can try to sing maybe Malayalam. What I can sing right now is Bengali, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, English, and one Italian song, one Jewish song. So maybe one Sanskritam, of course. In Carnatic music, one good thing is we have composers from all the 4 southern states. Now we can call it 5 southern states: Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, and of course Sanskritam. These 5 languages you definitely find in Carnatic music. Any problem with the connection? Everyone there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there. I think Divya's connection got. So that's how it is. Learned so many, and thanks to Carnatic music, yes, 5 languages you surely hear and listen. And I think there is a problem with the connection.
I think there is problem with Divya's connection.
Yes.
Ma'am, you can sing a song of your choice.
Yeah, sure. We'll start off with a Mani Pravalam. Mani Pravalam is where you have a combination of 2 or more languages in one composition. So Devulapalli Krishna Sastri Garu was a composer, was a writer of Telugu poetry, and he wrote Navatulasi Daladhama. The Pallavi is in Sanskritam, but the rest of the song is in Telugu. So I will sing that now. Navatulasi Daladhama, Navakuvalaya Abhirama, Nava Lavanya Sima, Nava Lavanya Sima, Tiruvaranga Dhama Shyama, Navatulasi Daladhama. Suralakéni, Munulakéni, Suralakéni, Munulakéni, Dorakarani, Padamulani, Virulatoda, Chericinal. Shirasununjaniva deva Navatulasi Daladhama. Kori kori rammanina Tira nivetinchina Dharalaina Asula nirupu Tujademi Swami Navatulasi Daladhama, Navakuvalaya Abhirama, Nava Lavanya Sima, Tiruvarangadhama Shyama, Navatulasi Daladhama. So do we have Divyaji online now?
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
think there seems to be some problem in her connection. She is in and out.
Should we get back?
Yeah, you can continue, please.
Okay.
Thank
you all.
Thank you. Amazing.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you. Thank you. So maybe we can just continue this. Is it going live? Does anyone know if it's going live on YouTube?
I think it is live. It is showing it is live.
Okay, so I shall continue. Maybe all that.
Radha, I have to jump off, but so proud of you.
Okay, okay. Thank
you.
you.
Take care.
Thank you.
I love you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Love you. Bye. So, okay, so it's going live. I think I can just go ahead solo. Okay, now we were talking about, thank you, Priyanka. Yes. So we were talking about communication. So we were talking about communication. Yes, language is one beautiful thing. No problem. Divyaji, you're back.
I'm extremely sorry, Radhaji. Some network issue has been going on at my place,
No
and
problem.
I'm extremely sorry.
No problem. No problem. You know what? We decided to continue.
I heard that the best part. So you were saying something. Please go ahead.
So what we were saying is, we thought we'll continue. First thing we're talking about is communication. So the voice is being used to communicate with people. So the second thing we were thinking of talking about was music. So the same voice, yes, Divya's voice is correct. The same voice is not just used for communicating to people, just your ideas or whatever, but there's a lot of communication through art. So the voice is used for communicating different rasas through music. This is another way that God has blessed me. Just now you heard the Mani Pravalam song by Devulapalli Garu. That was the second aspect that we wanted to talk about. So thanks to Carnatic music, yes, different languages there too. The third thing is my voice I use for teaching children and voice modulation. So if I have to talk to children and say, this is the thing, or this is an apple, or this is a banana, or this is a circle, children may get bored. But what if I just say something like, I have a circle in my hand with a smiley or something, and I just hold it behind me and I say, children, do you know something? Somebody wants to meet you today. He came to our class. Would you like to meet him? And children will say, yes, auntie. And they'll say, don't push me. Don't push me. I'll just show you to them. Just a minute. And say, close your eyes. Let us meet the person who's come to our class today. And then they all close their eyes and say, 1, 2, 3. And then we show the circle. So we say, Mr. Circle, you came to our class today. How are you? And then, I'm fine, thank you. Hi, children, how are you all? And we'll say, oh, fine. And all the children will just tell them, say hi to Mr. Circle. They say hi to Mr. Circle. And they say, Mr. Circle, we'd like to know more about you. Do you have any corners? No, I don't have any corners. I just go round and round and round. Oh, so you have no sides? No. Can you see any sides? Oh, in fact, I've got my, mehendi circle on both hands. So I'm going round and round and round. And so we introduced that particular character, the circle or the color red or whatever concept that you want to teach a child. You can just use your voice modulation. Your voice is an asset as a teacher. I've done many animation rhymes. Maybe, thank you. So maybe you have heard CBS rhymes and Tooni, Arks and Aditya. All of them have done many animation rhymes. So one very, very famous rhyme in Telugu is Viri Viri Gummadi Pandu. Viri Viri Gummadi Pandu, Viri Teremi Radha. Radha, Radha, Paripo. Paripo. So that is one rhyme I sang. And then there is Chinnari Chitti Chadulu of Tooni Arks, in which I gave the voice for a character Sita. And another girl, Tejaswini, she gave the voice for the character Balu. So there are two children, Balu and Sita. They talk to each other, and through them we impart knowledge to children, maybe something like numbers or letters or whatever. So Kadu Balu, ice cream alla kaaripotundi or whatever, the character has to talk. And people got so used to listening to that voice. All the little children, they make their parents or the grandparents or the siblings sit, and they have the role play. Many children have become Sita. So a friend of mine, when she met me, she said, my son is a big fan of this character Sita, and in their home they know me not as Radha but as Sita. So whenever the little boy calls me and talks to me, he says, Sita, bagunnava? And I'll say, Baunan Balu, nuvela unnavu. And then he says, Nenu engu mida vasta mi intiki. He wants to come on an elephant to my place. So animation rhymes, animation stories, these have also been a part of my life. Around 500 rhymes, so many children listening to it. That's an honor too. Divyaji, are you there? So, yes, I understand the signal is bad. Okay, I'll get to the next part of
Radhaji, I would like to tell you that my son is a big fan of Sita and Balu too. He absolutely watched it over and over again, and he loves your voice.
Telling that circles.
Thank you. Yes, Sita and Balu, yes, many children have heard that and they love that character so much. Sita and Balu characters, they have influenced children a lot. In fact, as I told you, they become Sita or Balu and they enact it at home. The other thing that my voice is used for, what could we say, voiceovers. So there is, okay, BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center, had to do a study of a particular area because there were uranium deposits there or something, and then they had to do it, some sort of a research as to the flora, fauna, and all that. So when they had to make a video of the core area and the area outside that, they had to have every animal, every reptile, every plant or tree or whatever, and different kinds of fish, everything available in that area. The birds. So when they had to make it like a presentation, a documentary sort of a thing, they wanted somebody who could read out the whole matter for that, give a voiceover for the whole video. But the main thing was that there was a scientific name, the common name in English, and the Telugu name. So it was very nice because I love, as a kid when I was learning science, I used to love the scientific names of all the flora and fauna. And so imagine hibiscus rosasinensis, and then we have to say shoe flower, and then we have to say mandara puvu. So many people, they may be able to speak in English, but they may not be able to say the scientific name. Or if they know those two, they can't maybe pronounce it in Telugu. So it is my honor that I could do all three with ease. And so it was a very nice presentation. And then Google was doing translation of the Hindi lessons into Telugu. So they made videos of all the Hindi lessons as small little skits, animated stories, where in case they're talking about mountaineering and somebody who's a great mountaineer, then maybe the grandfather and the grandchild meet them and they talk to them. And the whole lesson is like a conversation between the grandparents and the grandchildren, or the mom and dad and the children, with those characters in the lesson. So they did it in Hindi and they wanted someone to translate it into Telugu. So for nearly 2 months, every morning we used to go, my daughter and I used to go to the studio, listen to the voice in the video and translate it from Hindi to Telugu immediately, and then give the dubbing for those characters. That was a real fun project. Imagine listening to Hindi, immediately translating to Telugu, because instead of sitting and typing it down and all. Once that was done, then the people who had to give the text for it used to listen to the voices and then type. So that was also real fun. So these are all the things. On one side, we have communication through language. On the other side, we have music, we have songs, rhyme, storytelling, voice modulation, and voiceovers. So one voice, many facets. That's it. Any questions, anybody? I think Divyaji's signal is still bad. Divyaji, is it okay now?
No, I think
I'm there. Can you see me?
We
Or
can,
am I audible?
we can hardly hear you. But Radhaji, that was so amazing to
thank you.
listen to you, and especially the songs. So
Yes.
yeah, we would will be very interested to also listen to that Italian song that you were mentioning.
Sure. So you all know this song. Something.
Oh, you want to listen to the 3-year-old Radhaji? Okay, Miraji, here I am.
So, Miraji, African song. Okay, okay.
Yes,
So
please.
I'll first.
Please, we would like to sing along and learn with you.
Okay, it's like this. I heard this African rhyme as a kid. So I'll first sing the Italian song. Then we'll get into learning the African song. Okay, the rhyme. E stamattina mi sono svegliato. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E stamattina mi sono svegliato. Io ho trovato l'invasor. So it's about how he's going, a soldier is going to fight, and then he tells his girl, hey, oh bella ciao, beautiful girl, if I am no more, then lay me under the tree there, and let people who are passing by just say, this man fought for the country and he died, so he's a martyr. Let's feel proud of it and don't cry for me, sort of song. So another song maybe in another language, yes.
I think this is amazing. Maybe it has become the most popular Italian song after that Money Heist series.
Exactly, exactly. In fact, in Telugu, they made something like Pilla Chav, and I was like, no, I hope it has a better version. And then everybody heard this later, the original one. Any other language, maybe Malayalam? Any Malayalis here? Okay, I'll just sing the Pallavi of maybe 1 or 2 languages, songs. Bengali? Okay. So Bengali and Malayalam. From the east, one in the east and one in the south. Okay. Hindi too. Okay. Malayalam will start off. Ayyappa Swami song. Narayana Sudanayavane Vaikata Pande Tirumagane He Narayana Sudanayavane Vaikata Pande Tirumagane He Narayana Sudanayavane Tirumanasil Vannuthodanam ninde Tirunadayil vannu kaanuvan Ayyappa Hariharaputra Namaskaram Girinatha Namaskaram Namaskaram Girinatha Narayana Sudanayavane Vaikata Pande Tirumagane He Narayana Sudanayavane. Now a song in Hindi. आयो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। वस्तु अमोलिक दी मेरे सतगुरु, वस्तु अमोलिक दी मेरे सतगुरु, कृपा कर अपनायो, पायो जी मैंने कृपा कर अपनायो, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। What else did you ask for? Hindi? Bengali. Okay. সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা, ইচ্ছা মই তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি, সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা। আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী, আমি ঘর তুমি ঘরণী, আমি রথ তুমি রথী, যেমন চালো তেমনি চলি, সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা, ইচ্ছা মই তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি, সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা। It's like Sakalam, everything is your icha, but we people say, oh, I did everything. So it's a beautiful song. Ami jantra, tumi jantra, I'm the instrument, you're the player. That's what I heard. That's the meaning that I got from somebody. If I'm wrong, please do correct me. Please do tell me what the right meaning is. Ami jantra, tumi jantra, I'm the instrument, you're the player. Ami ghar, tumi gharoni, I'm the house and you're the keeper. Ami Ratha, Tumi Rathi, and Rath, the chariot, you're the charioteer, and I go wherever you take me. You're the one who leads my life. I just go where you take me. That's it.
That's great.
And there's another
Kannada of the languages. It never comes out that it's not your native language.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome.
Thank you. So I'll sing another Kannada song and then we'll go to the African. Okay. The Kannada song also is beautiful. You must have heard of the Lingayats, the ones who had the Lingadharas. So the Lingayats, there are many composers among them, and one of them is Basaveshwara, Basavanna. He wrote a song, Chakorange Chandramana Belakina Chinte. The Chakor Pakshi is always pining for the moon during the daytime. Ambujake Bhanuvina Udayada Chinte. The lotus is always thinking or pining for the sun. Brahmarange Parimalada Bandumba Chinte. The Brahmara is always worried about the flower. It wants, it pines for the flower. And I pine for my Lord Shiva. And Shiva in the form of Kudala Sangama Deva, just as Shiva can be, different with different names in different places. He's called Kudala Sangama Deva in one particular place. So I'll be singing this. Generally, we have to sing each line twice or 4 times. I'm singing all these songs just once because we are going live and we shouldn't take too long. Chakorange Chandramana Belakina Chinte, Ambujake Bhanuvina Udayada Chinte, Ambujake Bhanuvina Udayada Chinte, ಚಕೋರಂಗೆ ಚಂದ್ರಮನ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಚಿಂತೆ ಭ್ರಮರಂಗೆ ಪರಿಮಳದ ಬಂಡುಂಬ ಚಿಂತೆ ಎನಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವರ ನೆನೆವ ಚಿಂತೆ ಭ್ರಮರಂಗೆ ಪರಿಮಳದ ಬಂಡುಂಬ ಚಿಂತೆ ಎನಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವರ ನೆನೆವ ಚಿಂತೆ ಚಕೋರಂಗೆ ಚಂದ್ರಮನ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಚಿಂತೆ ಅಂಬುಜಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾನುವಿನ ಉದಯದ ಚಿಂತೆ That's it. So now shall we go on to the African song, the rhyme that I learned as a kid?
Yes, please.
Yes. Zulu Zamba Lulu, Lulu Magica, Kinkia Likari, Ust Africa. So anyone wants to sing along with me? Rituji,
Yes.
Miraji?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I will sing like a baby. Can you also sing like a baby along with me?
Yes, we'll try.
Zulu Zamba Lulu.
Zulu Zamba Lulu. Oh, you're muted, Radha ji.
Okay.
Zulu Zamba Lulu.
Zulu Zamba Lulu.
Lulu Magica.
Lulu Magica.
Kinkia Likari.
Kinkia Likari.
Ust Africa.
Ustu Africa.
That's it. Zulu Zamba Lulu, Lulu Magica, Kinkia Likari, Ust Africa. Okay, so there's one thing I really love to do with children. Voice modulation is used for learning numbers. So last time I did it in my YouTube channel, I put it up in my channel. Anyone wants to be following me whenever I do some different character for the 1 to 10? Yes? Anyone ready for that? You have to modulate your voice. Let us say, I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Somebody say that? Meeraji? Shall I try? Yes. Is the signal okay? Yeah. Yes, Sudha Garu. Sudha Ramani Garu? Yeah. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Now can you tell that like a baby?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now can you tell that like the big lion? 1, 2,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Can you tell that like a very slow tortoise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. like the tiny little mouse that runs very fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, do you realize that everyone has one voice, but many facets? Only you have to realize it. That's it. I'm sure everyone can do it. It's just that we don't explore. Yes?
Very amazing.
So it's not just Radha that is, talented. Everyone has it. Whether we realize it or not, whether we tap it or not, is just the difference. So wish you all the best, and wish that all of you understand your capacity and do your best and have fun with your own voices.
Wow.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. Divya ji?
Am I audible and visible both?
Yes, now you're audible and visible.
So I was enjoying the show throughout. It was just that I was not audible to everybody and I was not visible to everybody, but I was able to hear you and it was so much fun, Radha ji. It was so amazing. So you can't go without giving us some tips on voice modulation. How do we do it?
One, bindas. Okay. Two, when you're with children, just observe children. Just become one of them. I was 9 years old when I had a little baby cousin. I used to rush home to just listen to her, to carry her, to take care of her, and I used to enjoy my time with her. And as she grew, she started talking and I started imitating her. That's how I got this baby voice. And then we have birds and animals all around us. I never tried to imitate them much, but then there are many kittens in our home now, and I talk to them, and it's like, meow. And if the mama has to call the baby, she says meow. She doesn't say meow. And I have a tomcat that comes once in a way. He comes when he doesn't find food anywhere else, and he knows for sure he'll get it here. When he comes, he doesn't say meow. You know what he says? Ma. He literally says ma, and that's because I used to say meow and then ma, and he would also start saying ma, and he learned to say ma. And then when I say ma, he says oh ma, and that's the cutest thing. So not only do we learn their language, they too learn our language. That's amazing. Yes.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Thank you. Be yourself, and then try to talk in different pitches, different ranges, different tones. So try to talk like this. Try to talk like this. Try to talk like this. Okay, and then try to talk very low. Try to talk very loud, rough, very loud. all these together make one particular voice, one particular character. Or when it's meow. Yes, Jaya Garu. When they want you to get food, it is meow. But this particular guy, he's the only one who says ma. He doesn't say meow. Once I put food in his plate, he's like busy eating. No more ma, no more meow.
No, I have observed when they bring food for their kittens and they say ma. There's a voice which is very different. Meow, meow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Believe
with a
me,
rat in
like,
the mouth.
exactly. So when they want everyone to assemble, I'm calling you, please assemble. It's like, and I know, oh, the mama's calling the babies. Wherever they are, they just come running. Literally.
Yes.
And then they come running. And as you said, if the cat isn't, has a mouse or rat or something in its mouth, surely the voice is so different, very different. I mean, I think kittens and cats, they have a very wide range of. How do you take care of your throat? That doesn't get so. Okay, that is also God's gift, and anytime I just feel there is a difference, there is something that has affected me, a little bit of steaming and gargling generally helps. That's it. No medicines. Try not to take medicines for common colds and mote things. Bigger things you have to anyway take, no problem. But then for the small things like cough and cold, my grandfather used to say, if you go to the doctor when you have a cold, the cold disappears in just 1 week. But if you don't, then it takes 7 whole days to go. So it literally means the same thing. You go to the doctor, it will take 7 days. You don't go to the doctor, it takes 7 days. So better not go, because don't load yourself with,
you're totally in tune with me because I prefer, even if I have cold cough, anything, I prefer staying home, resting and getting fine than going to a doctor. That's the last thing I feel like going.
Especially for a cold and a cough, I think a little bit of steaming and gargling generally they do work. Unless there are other symptoms along with it and then you're not able to bear it anymore. Otherwise,
Radha ma'am, as Jayaji is saying, you are God gifted, no doubt about it. Your persona, your personality, the way you talk, you're so charismatic. And Meera, it's just not me. I'm sure everybody who's listening to her. And I hope the YouTube recording is fine. Otherwise, I will take your time and I'll record with you again and upload it because, people need to hear you. And people have used voice to do, to express so many things, but you have used your voice to bring people closer. And I'm sure all of us really enjoyed just listening to the way you have, picked up so many languages and you speak. It never felt, as Alok sir, I think, pointed out, that it never felt that these languages are not your native languages. You spoke so beautifully.
Thank you. Thanks a ton for inviting me, Divyaji. Thank you, Meera Garu, for introducing such a wonderful lady, Divyaji. Since the time I started talking to you, I just felt you yourself are a wonderful soul. And I feel when there is a good soul, it connects you to other good souls. That's it. So vice versa. Thank you. Not just me, it's you too.
It feels so awesome. And I really want to, right away, I want to take the opportunity to invite you again. We'll do a better, we'll plan and do a session once more, a bit more planned. And I'm sure Meera and me are full excited about it already.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And I'm sure you were entertained. I was so super. I was, not able to hear everybody. I mean, I was not able to tell all of you, but I was so much enjoying the entire session. So thank you so much. Yes, Meera.
It was an absolute delight to hear you yet again, Radha ji. And I said the same thing about Divya. I told Divya, beware, don't fall in love. You will fall in love with Radha ji. She's just so sweet, such a sweet person, such a sweet soul, so talented and yet so humble. And I said the same thing to Radha ji. I said, you'll absolutely fall in love with Divya. She is an amazingly sweet person who's doing wonderful job. And I'm so happy to see Radha ji here on this platform and connecting you both. Yes, and one thing about Radha ji is whenever she calls me, so we have, just like with you, Divya, we are connected, and then, once in a while we have these long calls. So whenever she calls me, she starts with a song. There is no hello, there is a song. And often it's just so beautiful. I'm mesmerized, and whatever mood you are in, whatever is going on in your mind, just carried away into the magical world, and then we have a beautiful conversation. So
absolutely, all the interactions that I had with Radha ji, my smile never became small. It was all there intact. She kept me, as Jayaji says, we are also feeling so happy. So such a privilege and such an honor to have you, Radha ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, good night and see you next Tuesday.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Sonika,
Thank you.
Anup sir, Priyanka, everybody. Jayaji, Ritu,
Good night.
Sudhaji, thank you.